Hello, YouTubers. It's your favorite bald-headed, non-denture-wearing fella. In case you're wondering what that's all about. This is video 3 of 3 videos. And in my last couple of videos, I've referenced the fact that if you go to YouTube and you look up the word dentures, you're going to find a bunch of videos about denture wearing and about immediate dentures. One of the better fellows out there talking about this stuff is a man by the name of Bill Westlund, who went out and did exactly what I'm going to go do. He yanked all his bad teeth and he slapped in immediate dentures. And he moaned, and he groaned, and he griped, and he complained about how bad they hurt. And I will tell you that he recommends that you not do what I am about to do, which is yank all my teeth and get immediate dentures. He went through it, and it hurt him like heck. And he decided to tell folk that, among other things, folks, do without teeth and walk around like a goldfish for 60 to 90 days and gum your food to death because the suffering, in his opinion, is not worth it. Now, there are a lot of folk out there who've had these dentures done, and almost everybody has suffered. And they admit it. At least they're admitting it now. It hurts. When you have a bunch of bony objects that you was all but born with surgically removed from your mouth, and your mouth stitched up, and a bunch of hard plates shoved in over the top of them stitches. For some strange reason that hurts. Now Bill at least claimed that he started a trend where people are not getting on YouTube or other venues with their new temporary denture smiles, smiling all happy and telling you how wonderful temporary dentures are. He's honest. He tried to be real honest about just how much pain and suffering you're likely to go through. I will warn you, Bill is not only honest, at times he's not just plain spoken, but a little bit vulgar. It is not my custom to use a lot of profanity. Judging from his YouTube videos, I would wager that Mr. Westlund, for all of his virtues, and he does a good job with his videos, Mr. Westlund probably cusses even more in his usual and customary conversation, because he cusses sometimes quite a storm in his videos. I spent 4 years in the Army. I know all the words. I don't know that I need to use them all the time. Up jumped the monkey from the coconut tree. He was a mean MFer, you could tell by his knees. If I die in the Soviet war, bury me with a Soviet whore. Those songs go right down off a cliff, downhill from there. That was the clean part of those songs. We sang them every day, marching hither and yonder, especially in basic. They thought it would toughen our ears up a little bit. So I know the words. I don't feel the necessity of teaching them to you if you don't know them too. If you want to know them, though, go find Bill Westlund's videos. You'll learn a lot about dentures in a couple of words that maybe you think you need to know. Anyhow, so we were talking about immediate dentures. I want to stress, again, that I am aware, but it can hurt like a son of a gun. And it kind of depends partly on just how much you're suffering with your current teeth, and partly depends on how bad do you want to look good, or better anyhow. Because I am under no illusions. You are looking at the face of a talking bowling ball. And when I get dentures, I'm going to be a talking bowling ball with shiny teeth. It's going to be vanity, because among other things, I teach a lesson every so often in church, and if I want to stand up in front of a bunch of people and talk, I'd kind of like to be able to smile and not think of myself as Gomer. Gee golly, folk, I'm Gomer Bodine. So, it's partly that, but it's not entirely that. It's also as I described, the fact that just about everything I eat causes me some degree of reminder that I got Swiss cheese for teeth. So, what happens next? Well, I would recommend that you go forth unto various and sundry dentists, as many as your dental insurance permits you to do. I went to a place in St. Louis called Nicodem and got a quote. I went to Aspen Dental, and I went to Affordable, and I went to a private dentist off of Chain of Rock Road, excuse me. And I got quotes, and I elected to go with Aspen. They're close. Nicodem was way far out of my way, and you're going to have to go back and get those temporary dentures adjusted. They're going to reline them with what they call soft relines multiple times. From some accounts, you'll get your first reline within a couple of days of having your teeth pulled when the swelling starts to go down. Within a week, you'll be doing it again, and you may do it every 5 to 10 days thereafter. And the Aspen plan, it makes a provision for that, which is prudent in my opinion. You get a certain number of those soft relines, and then you let your gums heal, and then you get another one, and you let your gums heal, and they shrink, and you get another one until your gums more or less stop shrinking. Now the dentist will tell you your gums will shrink forever. They'll shrink until you got the Grand Canyon in your mouth. You ain't got no more gums. You got the inverse of gums. Now that's probably, if you don't have some sort of wasting disease like cancer or diabetes, that's probably a bit of an exaggeration on the part of people who have reason to want to sell you something more, like dental implants, denture implants. That's probably self-interest on their part. Because if you think about it, you've had grandparents or great-grandparents who got their dentures at an unspeakably young age in some cases. My mom got hers at 20. 20 years old, she's wearing dentures. And she wore those suckers for, I don't know, 30 years, 18 years, 20 years. Got another set and wore them another 20. I think she wore 3 sets of dentures in the some 50 or 60 years that she wore dentures. And she still had gums at the end of her life. She was still able to eat with dentures. Not saying everybody's that lucky, but they'll try to talk you into the fact that, oh, get the dentures now, but when you can afford it and you can save your nickels and dimes and pennies, you can get yourself denture implants. How's that sound? Well, plan on that if you care to plan on it. And maybe as the price comes down and your ability to earn money goes up, if it does, that someday you'll be able to afford those dental implants. But in the meantime, get the plan that's going to provide for as much of the cost up front as you can throw together at a time. In my case, I'm going to get multiple relines with my temporaries, and on the back side of that, I'm getting pretty much the best quality dentures that Aspen sells. Had I gone with affordable, I would have done the same thing. I'd have got what they call the premium or the ultra dentures. You want those final dentures, the ones that are going to be with you for 5 years or longer. You want those suckers to look good for a long time, and you want them durable. So pay a little more on the back side of the process, but good dentures. And pay attention to some of the YouTube videos out there that tell you how to shop for a good dentist. Now, there are people that put these YouTube videos together and they're all excited about getting their dentures, and they go to the dentist and they come back out of that dentist and they cry themselves a Mississippi River. Oh my God, these things hurt. Oh my God, the dentist hurt me. I didn't know it would hurt this bad. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, help me, help me, help me. I wish I'd never done this. A couple of 4 or 5 of them eventually reconcile themselves to their dentures, and they come back on 6 months later and say, man, I had a bad experience, but I'm happy with my smile now. What they mean to say is they weren't realistic about what was going to happen short term. The vast majority of the folks that cry themselves a Mississippi River or an Amazon River about how much the new dentures hurt did not spend a lot of time thinking about the fact that they're yanking a body part out of their body and putting a prosthetic on top of that injury that they have just artificially created. And then they wonder why that injury hurts like all blazes. Be reconciled to the fact that it will likely be bothersome and hurtful. That's not to say there aren't bad dentists out there. That's what I'm telling you. Look for the videos that talk about things to look for in terms of good and bad dentists. I think the folks I chose, that was one of the reasons for shopping around, going to be pretty good for what I need to do. So I'm going to follow this up after I've had my impression, which is about 2-3 weeks from now. Meanwhile, I'm going to sign off for now. And I encourage you, if you are thinking of dentures, get out there, look on YouTube, look on Facebook, look around on the internet, and read up on what you're about to do to yourself. God bless. I'll catch you later.